Okay, so a quick tour of the front of the box here, guys. It is Windows 8.1 ready. It is an FM2 processor ready, which means, of course, it's the A series. It is the A55 Hudson chipset. It is 5X protection, which is stable power control, overcurrent protection, ESD guards, high quality solid caps, and stainless steel back I/O. On the back here, not a whole lot different than the front. We have the UEFI BIOS from ASUS, which isn't too bad. The iNetwork control, the Fan Expert, which is actually my favorite thing with ASUS boards, and the ASUS anti-surge protection. This can, of course, go up to 2133 RAM, is the A55 Hudson D2 chipset, and can do 6 serial ATA, yada yada, but up to RAID 10, which is kind of cool, because a lot of these only have RAID 1 and RAID 0. So let's go ahead and get her open. Okay. So in the box, we of course have two SATA cables, and one is a 90-degree to straight, and one is a straight to straight. Of course, this is a value-oriented board, so you're not going to see a ton of extra stuff. Okay, so inside the box we have the manual, and of course that comes with the case badge if you're into that kind of thing, and the DVD, which if you need your LAN drivers, go ahead and grab them here, but make sure to update everything from the website. We have your back I/O, which is going to be my first complaint. I get this is a value-oriented board, but everybody that's doing an FM2 really should have some kind of shielding on the back of the panel, just because lots of times these FM2 boards are going to be used for media center PCs. We have your SATA cable. One is 90 degrees to straight and one is straight to straight. And then we have the board itself. So it is a brown and gold looking board. There's your FM2 socket, of course, and your two DDR3 DIMM slots. We'll get my complaint out of the way first, is the fact that the two PCIe slots are right on top of each other. So if you put a dual socket or dual slot card in the 16X slot, you're screwed in using this one. So I don't understand why, this legacy, I'd rather almost see this legacy gone completely and just have a dead space. Because how many people are gonna, what if you have an audio card or something you want to use here? Now you can't use your 16, doesn't make any sense to me, guys. And a lot of motherboards do this, not just ASUS. So there's your 4-pin power. Two fan controllers, CPU and auxiliary CPU on the top there. Along the side, we have your 24-pin power. And 3 of your SATA ports are 90 degree. And 3 are straight up. And I don't know that I like this, to be completely honest with you. How I'm going to be building out the media center PC, that's going to actually cause some issues for me. These 3. Luckily, I think I may not need more than 3. So, good idea, but not really for me. I wish they would have just stacked them all together down. There's plenty of circuit board space there. So, along the bottom, we have, again, the 3 SATAs there. USB, USB, LPT, COM port, and AAFP, so your audio, and of course your 16X, 1X, and Legacy. So on the back I/O here, we have your PS2 ports, a VGA, a DVI, 2 USB 2.0s, your LAN, 2 more USB 2.0s, and your audio. So pretty low feature set board. It is very value oriented. And like I mentioned, we will see this in the value budget PC I'm trying to do. So guys, when it comes right down to it, would I recommend this board? No. I think it's too feature limited for what a lot of people are going to try to do. If you're trying to build a very, very budget-oriented PC, which is where I'm going to use this, then it may be a good, kind of crossroads between, cost and performance. But, there's only 2 fan headers. There's only USB 2.0. I really don't like the 90-degree SATA ports. There's no HDMI. And, sadly, all I can say is it might be the first ASUS board that I don't like. So we're going to try it out in a build, and I'll give it a little bit of a test drive. But, as of this point, I would say save up a little bit more money and buy a more feature-rich board. So this is Tim for Timmy Tech TV. We'll see you guys next time.